When you think about the richest athletes around the world, the first thing that comes to mind would be football stars. But have you ever wondered about how rich Formula One drivers are and the expensive properties they own? Formula One drivers know how to live it up, and that is due to their multi-million-dollar incomes and deals. No surprise then that their homes are some of the most lavish and expensive in the world. Yes, you heard that right. It's homes plural for the grid's highest-earning drivers, because hey, that cash has got to go somewhere. So today, let's have a look at the most expensive houses of Formula One drivers. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified for new hot stuff about F1. While most F1 drivers usually keep to themselves and live a private life, every now and then we'll get a rare glimpse into their off-track lives. It's hard to keep secrets when you're a world-famous driver competing in Formula One. The pinnacle of motorsports here. We round up some of the mansions owned by the richest drivers on the Formula One grid. Number 1. Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is a property enthusiast of the highest order. Over the years, the 7-time world champion has amassed a portfolio of luxury abodes across the world's most coveted capitals. Most recently, he snapped up a Manhattan penthouse for $58.5 million from a building partly owned by Tom Brady and his wife, Gisele Bündchen. Around the same time, he listed a penthouse he'd owned in Tribeca that he bought for nearly $44 million. His neighbors included Meg Ryan, Bella Hadid, Justin Timberlake, and Jessica Biel, among others. However, the driver never got to live at the place, and he put it up for sale in early 2019 for $57 million. At the time, the penthouse was the priciest listing on Realtor.com. The Manhattan penthouse comes with 5 luxury bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. But that isn't everything. It also comes with a grand library, beautiful terraces, and a pool. However, Hamilton is reported to have sold this property to acquire another one in New York itself. This new property is even sportier and has squash courts. Hamilton also owns a $23.2 million 6-bedroom estate in London, as well as a place in Monte Carlo. Lewis Hamilton quite clearly happens to be among the richest F1 drivers, with an estimated net worth of $285 million. He is someone whose famous party lifestyle, including his jet-packing adventures in a private jet, happens to have made as many headlines as his phenomenal record on the track. Number 2. Fernando Alonso. This 2-time world champion escapes the Formula One fray by jet-setting to his luxury houses in Dubai, Oxford, and Switzerland. At some point, rumors had it that Alonso was on the hunt for an estate in Lugano, located on the Italian border of Switzerland, having previously lived in Montserrat, though we've not heard a peep since from the private driver. Fernando Alonso is often purported to be the 3rd most affluent F1 driver, with an impressive net worth of about $260 million. As grand as that sounds, Alonso is also in possession of a great estate. He is known to have recently bought a luxury estate in Dubai, but his real pride is an elegant villa situated in northern Spain. There's yet another luxury home in this extravagant collection, which is his Lake Geneva estate in Switzerland. In case one was wondering what is Fernando Alonso's net worth, then here's an answer. He is super rich. Furthermore, purely on a current form, it is expected that the former double world champion may most likely add to his bank account as he returned to the F1 grid last year. Wonder what might be his earnings then? Number 3. Sebastian Vettel. 4-time world champion and current Aston Martin powerhouse Sebastian Vettel owns multiple properties, but the only one we know about so far is his $9 million Swiss farmhouse in the country's Thurgau canton. Oh, and in a garage/showroom somewhere, Vettel's placed his championship-winning RB6 on full display. Sebastian Vettel is one of the top-earning F1 drivers. He's reported to have a net worth of about $140 million. This Formula One driver has a luxury home in Switzerland, which is more of a country farmhouse estate. Vettel's choice of private yet straightforward and well-protected life has made him go for this beautiful medieval-styled property in Western Europe. Now look, we all know that 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel is probably one of the most private figures in motorsports. The Scuderia Ferrari driver is not a fan of social media, and he keeps his personal life away from the prying eyes of the press. It's also reportedly not the only property that German driver owns in the area. Vettel is so dead set on his privacy that he even requested that the canton of Thurgau delete his online land registry data so that nobody could go online and find out which properties were his. In Seb's own words, honestly, it's ridiculous. Unfortunately, we don't know a lot more about these properties, and chances are we won't uncover more juicy details anytime soon. Number 4. Max Verstappen. After a long and tiring race weekend, drivers like to go back home for much-needed rest. Red Bull's Max Verstappen is no different, as he enjoys kicking it back in his Monaco residence, which is worth 16 million euros. The Dutch driver is one of the many drivers on the Formula One grid that call the city of Monte Carlo home. He has reported net worth of around $60 million. The 23-year-old driver can be found relaxing in his Monaco apartment, where he spends most of his time doing sim racing or working out. Just like his rivals on the grid, such as Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, and Valtteri Bottas, Verstappen also calls Monaco his home. The entrance to Verstappen's house seems pretty simple. However, once it opens up, it is a pretty spacious penthouse. The house has a simple but unique interior with white walls and wooden flooring. Verstappen might have a small living room and bar, but it is his balcony that is known to be his happy place. He works out while looking over the Mediterranean Sea. Verstappen currently earns an annual salary of $25 million and will look to be earning more in the future. Number 5. Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Rick's $16.8 million bachelor pad in Los Angeles is the stuff of dreams. A 2-story vision of glass, pale wood, and plenty of sun-soaked decking. Ricciardo first bought the place in November 2019, after reportedly spending 3 consecutive summers in California. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a 2-car garage, and to top it all off, spectacular views of the surrounding Coldwater Canyon and the Pacific Ocean. No biggie, his fancy Monaco estate is a 1960s house that has been modernized to equip it with luxury amenities. These include 5 spacious bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, with huge bathtubs, a reasonable garage space, exquisite views of the Pacific Ocean, a pool, a spa, and a massive terrace. He's Australian, so his favorite pastimes include surfing, hanging out at the beach, playing basketball, hiking, biking, working out in the hot Australian sun, and gracing us with the perfect smile on the cover of magazines. But the current McLaren driver also loves California, and he spends a lot of time in San Diego and Los Angeles. An added bonus, the prime Beverly Hills location means Ricciardo's neighbors are mostly A-listers like John Legend, Nicole Kidman, Jason Statham, and Jennifer Lawrence. Number 6. Kimi Räikkönen. Former world champion Kimi Räikkönen, otherwise known as the Iceman, purchased his dream home and bar, a village near Zurich, Switzerland. Called Butterfly, the waterside villa reportedly set Räikkönen back around $32 million. It spans over a total area of 300 square meters and comes with indoor and outdoor pools. The indoor pool is used mainly when the outdoor pool's water gets frozen. Räikkönen reportedly has a net worth estimated to be around $220 million. Kimi Räikkönen might be a fan of yachts, but this Finnish F1 driver has a fancy home in the Swiss countryside. It is not uncommon for F1 drivers to have an underlying love for Switzerland. Rumor has it that one of Kimi's occasional neighbors is his former Ferrari teammate Sebastian Vettel, who also owns a property in the same neighborhood. Last but not least, the property also incorporates an underground garage that can accommodate up to 10 cars. That's probably where he keeps his Ferrari F71H, in which he won his last race for the Scuderia Ferrari at the 2018 United States Grand Prix. The folks at Ferrari recently gifted him the F1 car, possibly in an attempt to cheer up the impossibly straight-faced Finnish driver. We can only guess what Kimi's response was, and it goes something like, whoa. Number 7. Charles Leclerc. Many current and ex-Formula One drivers have a house in Monaco. However, Ferrari's Charles Leclerc is the only driver on the current grid who has the privilege of calling the city of Monte Carlo his home. He has a net worth of $12 million. He owns a Ferrari, which was gifted to him on his 20th birthday by Ferrari. It is safe to assume after a tiring Grand Prix weekend, the 23-year-old always looks forward to going home and recover for the next race. The Monegasque racing driver has a sleek kitchen with a white marble countertop surrounded by white cabinets alongside a wine fridge. But the talking point about Leclerc's house isn't the awards that he has won in motorsports, but is a grand white piano in the living room. But the 23-year-old isn't shy of showcasing his achievement in the world of racing. Hence, Leclerc has a wooden cabinet filled with trophies and helmets. However, whenever Charles isn't improving on his music skills, he can be found doing some sim racing in a room dedicated to gaming. Number 8. Lando Norris. McLaren prodigy Lando Norris is far from one of the sport's highest paid drivers, but as the son of retired pensions manager Adam Norris, who is one of the richest people in the UK, he naturally has a pretty sweet pad. Images aren't available, but he did take Sky Sports on a tour of Lando HQ during last year's lockdown. He does have a luxurious place with the white and gray interior. His front yard as well as backyard is spacious, and he also has a sim room. Additionally, Norris has an indoor gym but prefers to work out in his garden. When he isn't doing any exercises, Lando spends his time in the sim room preparing for the next race or enjoys himself playing a variety of video games which he streams on Twitch. The McLaren driver even has a memorabilia room where he has showcased his helmets from the past seasons and even the various awards he has won. Number 9. George Russell. The move to the reigning F1 Constructors' Champions has seen Russell's £1 million Williams salary bumped up to £5 million. That will help the talented Brit continue to fund his inviolable lifestyle, even though he is still some way short of a new teammate Hamilton's mega £40 million pay grade. Russell currently rents a flat in an affluent area of London, but he plans to join many F1 colleagues in Millionaire's Playground Monaco. Away from the racing circuit, the Norfolk-born star drives a £140,000 car, fittingly a Mercedes AMG GT. He also manages to enjoy luxurious breaks away to stunning destinations like St. Bart's and Santorini, and is joined by glam girlfriend Carmen Montero. Russell already leads a playboy lifestyle despite his tender years. Number 10. Valtteri Bottas. Bottas' net worth is valued at $20 million, whilst his yearly salary at Mercedes was reportedly $11 million. Trust Valtteri Bottas to own a spectacularly finished holiday home. With a view of the frosty lake, dark washed decking, and an open-plan interior, we can already imagine Bottas in his happy place post-race. Knowing him, it probably comes with a sauna too. What do you guys think about the lavish lifestyle of these rich Formula One drivers? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and please leave a like, and see you next time in another video.